This is Joe Basso with MusicRadar, and I'm here with drummer Sean Paddock, superstar drummer with Kenny Chesney. You've played on 1 million records with 1 million people. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing all right, holding up all right.
Now we're here at the Tama booth, the very noisy Tama booth, and this is a Star Classic set. Now this is basically what you play in a different finish.
Yeah, it's very similar to what I play. These look like they're the Star Classic Babinga. I play Babinga. I switch back and forth between those and the Star Classic Maple, what I favor. A little bit different configuration than this, and different finishes, of course, but very similar.
Now, do you have a different configuration kit live versus the studio?
They're very similar. You know, I tend to go more in the Maple direction for a studio.
Okay.
You know, and it just depends on what's going on. If I need a 4-piece kit and 2 cymbals, or like a bigger kit with more cymbals. It just depends on what's going on. You know.
Now you just finished what, a 2-year tour with Kenny? Or is it ongoing still? You tour a lot.
Actually, yeah, I do tour quite a bit with Kenny. We just came off a big summer tour, golly, in last September. And we usually shut down kind of right around before the holidays begin. So it was a really, excellent place to hang and be on one of Kenny's big tours,
Now, you also do a lot of sessions. Anything that you've been doing recently that you want to mention?
Yeah, I do a few sessions. I do have a studio built in my house, and I do quite a bit of tracking or overdubs from my home studio for, let's say a singer-songwriter might need something, or a producer might need something. Sean, can you, are you available? Can you lay down some tracks for me? And sure, yeah. Depending on what it is, I can have stuff out in 2 or 3 days. Basically, load it to an FTP site, and I do a lot of work that way. And it's amazing what technology is provided for us. That I can play drums on somebody's song or record that lives in Arizona,
right?
Or, golly, one of the more recent things, I did something for somebody. It was kind of a folky thing, so it was real organic,
right?
For an artist based out of Newfoundland.
Wow,
that was a trip, man. A Newpie, yeah.
So how do people, if somebody wants you from Newfoundland to drum on their tracks, they can just get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can find me. They can find me on Facebook or on the internet. But that particular case was the producer for that was somebody I had played with and played on some sessions. I did a project with in Nashville, and he ended up moving back to Newfoundland to be with his family or whatever. He still works up there. So he called me for if he needs a drummer on stuff, he ends up calling me or for whatever he needs.
Now you've been with Kenny for a long time.
Yeah, quite a while. Going on 18 years, I believe. 17 and a half, 18 years.
Has he ever told you that one thing that he likes about your drumming?
What has he told me?
Or no compliments, huh?
No, you get compliments. You get the attaboy every once in a while. He's in the past called me his solid rock. Something he said one time to me about how I anticipate the beat, whatever that means.
Okay.
I think he was referring to some kind of swing type of thing where maybe the kick drum's out front and the snares on the back. It kind of has this wobble to it, so it feels like it's anticipating.
Right.
So it might be straight kind of time, but it might have a slight bit of swing to it. I think that's what he might mean.
Okay.
Now he said he couldn't put his finger on it, so that's good. I got him guessing.
You got him guessing. Now in the 60s and 70s, LA was the place to be for session players. You had the Wrecking Crew people and sort of the post-Wrecking Crew people. Yeah. But Nashville is the place now for musicians. It's the place where records are being made, not just country records, rock records, pop records.
Yes.
For for young players who are looking to crack into the session scene, what kind of advice would you have for them?
Oh man, just hang. I mean, I just read an article recently about the art of the hang. I think it's just being there and being present and meeting good guys and being nice. You gotta play your instrument and read charts and play tastefully, or what pertains to that particular musical event you're involved with. And I think it might be even getting to know the other musicians.
Right.
You know, it would make sense for a drummer to get to know bass players in town, not just hanging with drummers, although there is a tight community of drummers in Nashville who really, you know, there's just a camaraderie.
Right.
But those are good people to know. But if you're going to be playing in a band with a guitar player and a bass player and a keyboard player, get to know those guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, you find your favorite players, get to know them, do your best, and you know, it's kind of just a network of meeting people and playing in front of people. You know, and eventually you'll land some work if you're doing your gig fine and you're being nice. You know, I think that's the key or whatever. You know, it's just you know, there's a lot of guys there that have been doing the same thing for a long time, and there's a reason why.
Right.
You know, they play the right stuff. They are good guys. You know, and they just, I don't know. There's really all I can say about that. You know, it's been.
It sounds like sort of what I've talked to some of the guys from the Wrecking Crew scene, post-Wrecking Crew, Waddy Wachtel, Danny Korchmar, and they've always told me it's a bit of a friendly competition. It is the hang, you know, and then you get recommended, you get referred, so it's the same kind of thing.
Absolutely, it's like a friendly competition. Somebody told me one time, it's like all for one and every man for himself. Something like that, I don't know.
There you go.
You know, it's like you do take care of each other, but there's a friendly competitiveness. You know, there's no room for, you know, jealousy and ego and that kind of thing. But you carry yourself confident. You know, it's just being friendly.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So are we going to see you out on the road again soon, or?
With Kenny, it won't be for quite a while. It'll be a full year before we hit the road. We won't be touring again until 2015.
So there'll be a new record then?
There'll be a new record. I think it's in the works. I don't know if he's done any pre-production or anything like that so far, but yeah, 2015, I think the fans will be delighted to see him back on the road. And it'll probably be bigger and better than ever. You know, his shows are amazing. Sometimes they just amaze me. I look, you know, what's around me. How did we get out? How did we all get here? This is amazing. I'm looking around at the musicians around me.
Yeah.
And there's Kenny Greenberg over there. There's John Conley. There's Wyatt Beard over there. I'm like, this can't get any better.
Well, I'm from Jersey, and I remember a year and a half ago, you guys played in Wildwood, New Jersey on the beach, and I think you guys shut the town down. They've never seen anything that big. But it was like 100 degrees, right?
Yeah, was that where we were filming something for that? Yeah, it was really hot. That was an interesting show, man.
Yeah.
That was really wild. Being on the beach was really cool, you know. And Kenny's thing with the beach, whatever, just kind of fitting with what was going on with all the boardwalk stuff. But it was, yeah, that's right, it was rather humid.
And you got like the toughest job.
I'm moving a lot.
Yeah.
I'm moving a lot. You know, I try to keep the motion kind of fluid and minimal, but yeah, the drummers are probably the most athletic one on there. I don't know, you know, the guitar players are running around.
The front man does something too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is Joe Bossa with MusicRadar. I've been here with Sean Paddock, virtuoso drummer, and thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely, Joe. Thank you.